It's important to understand that concrete strength doesn't depend just on time. It depends on both, on time and temperature. Hi, Nikita, founder and CEO of Adventum Tech, is here, and today we'll speak about TempSense 3 Plus. So before we begin, why contractors and concrete suppliers should use TempSense 3 Plus? This is the sensor that calculates fresh concrete maturity index, and from that you can predict your in situ fresh concrete strength. It allows you to predict the quality, use this data to plan your further site activities, and reduce the formwork usage time, increase the project delivery time, and gain monetary benefits from it. So today we'll have a look on how does this maturity philosophy or idea functions behind. The TempSense 3 Plus is functioning based on ASTM C1074 standard, which clearly defines the rules of how to predict maturity index. In very simple terms, concrete maturity index is the relation between the concrete age and the temperature in which the specimen have been curing. So let's have a look on these three particular cases. We have lab condition, where it normally stays in 20 degrees Celsius. We have, let's say, site condition in the summer, which could go approximately to 40 degrees Celsius. And we have winter conditions that could go approximately to 5 degrees Celsius. So if we treat the same specimen in three different conditions for, let's say, 10 hours, the maturity index will be different. Within the lab, it will be 200. Within the summer time, it will be 400. Within the winter time, it will be only 50. This is exactly where general contractors should understand that predicting concrete strength on fresh casted pour depends not just on concrete age, but also on the temperature of the environment where this structure of fresh concrete was withstand. So in summer period, the concrete strength will gain much faster than in the lab conditions, and in winter conditions, the concrete strength will gain slower comparing to lab and summer conditions. So if we look on the traditional concrete curing graph, well, we know that curing graph looks approximately something like this, and this point gets to 28 days of, let's say, 40 megapascal strength. In summer condition, to achieve this strength, it might be already somewhere here. Where in winter condition, due to lower temperature, it can be somewhere there. So this is exactly where contractors can gain benefits in summertime to plan all their activities faster because the concrete is strengthened quicker. However, in wintertime, really focus on qualitative casting, understanding on where the concrete curing is at the moment, how strong is the concrete. There are certain ways how you can heat up the concrete from the above by closing the floor, heating up the area to heat up the ceiling where the concrete is laying above, or using various accelerators in order to keep concrete warm, and this is normally provided by the concrete suppliers. So these are these main philosophy. This is the main idea behind the ASTM C1074 to highlight that maturity index is the relation between the temperature and the specimen age. In Adventum Tech, we have the sensor called TempSense 3+, where you can do instant monitoring of your concreting on 4 points at the same time. So today we'll just demonstrate to you how it happens. And you would normally take a specimen, you would take one of the thermocouples, prepare it. I would use also the seal to avoid any type of Now, if we just imagine that this is the concrete where we are putting the thermocouples in, the water at the moment is the room temperature. So this will exactly showcase the conditions that are happening normally within the lab. So now to simulate the summer conditions on site, I will add hot water. The temperature will rise from 25 degrees all the way to 35, 37, 44. And this will already simulate how the casting and curing is happening during summer conditions. So the temperature data will go directly into the software to further calculate the maturity index. Maturity index will be plotting on the graph to predict further concrete strength that will allow general contractors to use this data in order to increase the quality, increase the efficiency, and increase the safety on site. Thank you very much. That was Adventum Tech.